Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the pitiful pacifists, now pretty much in their final form. Since we cannot take territory from our enemies in any way, since we are fanatic pacifists, we are completely stuck. This is what our territory is going to look for the rest of the game. Although we will be able to get a little bit more here, a little bit more there, this is pretty much it. We have a grand total of 5 worlds, which is dreadful, and we are really behind in tech, especially since the endgame crisis is in only 60 years' time. At least that's the earliest it can spawn. If we get lucky, it could be 25, maybe even 30 years later. I think the latest I've ever seen an endgame crisis spawn is 35 years, past the point it can, and if we're incredibly lucky, that's what's going to happen. So what we need to do is really rush certain techs. We need the genetic modification tech, we need terraforming, and we need some of the machine techs. I really want to go down the route of synthetic evolution. I want to turn our people into synths, though that's going to be pretty difficult. Now, one other thing we need to try and do is we need to get a migration treaty with the Union over here. And although the Union is warming to us, they really don't want to have a migration treaty. Perhaps it's because we're xenophobes, and therefore we're almost certainly going to own any populations which we get from them. But they are lithoids, and we really want them so we can inhabit all of these more useless worlds. We don't have that many of them, but having these would be a huge help. Of course, being xenophobes means I also can't give them full citizenship, so they're not going to be the happiest of creatures. Oh wait, no, can I give them... No, yet I can't give aliens full citizenship. Well, they're not going to be completely stable worlds until we turn everyone into synths, but still, worlds being functional is useful. Oh, there we go, and the birth of the galactic community. So, what do we want? What does our empire possibly want from here? I don't think I will be going heavily into the galactic community. I think I need things like habitats, which we'll spend almost all of my influence on, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I would like to go down the route of Unchained Knowledge, just because I've not done this one before, so maybe I'll try for that, but honestly, I'm mostly going to be staying out of the galactic community for this run. The last two was very heavily involved with it, this one far less so. Oh, our influence is terrible. And one of our main scientists has just passed away. Well, not the best. We actually do need to consider the type of scientist we put there, since I believe if you have a certain specialization, it increases the odds of getting those options. So I think we need the New Worlds scientist type for society to get the terraforming stuff sorted. Don't really know. Either way, we continue on, and hopefully more interesting things will happen. I imagine this video is going to be way more edited than the last one because, well, we're no longer expanding. And nobody likes us. So that's good. There's the miserable machines. Where are you? You are here. So there's the miserable machines, taking over a decent bit of space. The last of the awful empires. Hey everyone, Future Lathrix here. So normally I'm here to say how long this video took and some changes I made and everything else, but instead I'm here to say that this video is a bit unique. Normally in the full playthroughs I have hours upon hours, days put into each video, but in this case something so unique happened in the first day of recording that I had to cut the video short and ask everyone their opinions. At the end of this video there is going to be a question asked on how we should proceed and what the Empire will eventually become. Without spoiling it too much, there is a poll in the community tab on the channel which will be asking about this in a non-spoilery way, asking if we should stay the same or go down the new course, change the Empire with the option we get given. So if you have any strong opinions on this, comments, and just going over there and voting is really good, since I'm not sure what path we should take. So without any more delay, here's the video from the past, and eventually weird things are gonna happen. I know I definitely oversold how bad Repugnant can be, but Repugnant plus non-adaptive, meaning that planets have really low habitability and need more amenities per population, well, the combination is dreadful. We already have one Hollow Theatre, and we're going to need a second. We could try and go more for clerks, but we already are, and we're just not producing enough. Less amenities being produced and more being consumed. I really don't want another Hollow Theatre, but there we go. Finally removing the collapsed spire on one of our relic worlds, so we can start using this one for some tech.
Special project complete.
Now, we are colonizing some of the useless worlds because I'm going to be sending those workers back to our other worlds, essentially creating free citizens. But once I've done that for every planet, I'm hoping we can get the migration treaty with the Union. We're actually pretty close. I have already bribed them, but we're not quite there yet. So I'll let that run once, then I can get the lithoids into those planets. Managed to grab both of these, so we are going to get both of these archaeological sites, which is great. I originally wasn't going to grab secrets of the First League, but we're going to have loads of extra artifacts. The reason is, though, I really want proclaim superiority up constantly. Xenophobe attraction, it's easy to make the xenophobes happy, and we get extra influence. So I'm still going to go with that every time we can. I'm going to try and stop selling to private collectors now. We're getting loads of minerals and loads of gas, which is really floating our economy. And then we save up for the First League. I think I know what the First League gives us. I think it gives us additional industry research speed or something. I might be wrong there, honestly. I always forget. Extra habitability, thank you. Yes, so it is new worlds, which we want our next scientist to be. This fellow is already quite old, so once she passes away, we'll make sure to try and get one of those scientists specifically. But for now, I just want the extra research speed and everything. Okay, I've got both of those. We're not grabbing this world. Well, we might be able to. We'll see if we can save up. I still want that, though, for the extra minerals and energy. Then there's very little else we can do. We have begun the secrets of the First League. That is way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Trading favours here. Long almost all the resources I had, but finally we can get a migration treaty with the lithoids. Okay, now that's up and running. What we need to do is find them in here. That's you, the Glur. Okay, Glur. Really? My default is undesirables. Well, that is brutal. Okay, there we are. You'll be residents, living standards. Let's at least give you decent conditions, so you won't just completely revolt as soon as you get to one of our planets. Okay, so now we can start throwing down the lithoids. They're not going to be as happy as our normal populations, since they're only residents, which I believe is like a minus 10% happiness modifier. So it's essentially like they're all being affected by the decadence modifier, even if they're not workers. They're actually a decent species, though, other than fleeting, but that's not really a problem for lithoids. Can we make it so they can be leaders? Residence doesn't allow leaders, does it? Darn it. No population controls, that's fine. Migration controls, that's fine as well. Leave them on their own planets, okay. So now we can start sending off lithoids to the planets. We need more resources. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to sell some to the private... Sorry, sell to the private collectors. I'm not selling the private collectors. That'll be a plot twist. Okay. Oh my god, that's 500 influence. So this is the Oracle. 500 influence. Oh, that is insane. I don't know what to do here. For the first time ever, I'm considering just disabling it. So the Oracle is a special leader, and it has the Oracle trait. Not only is it immortal, so once it gets to a high level, it will stay there forever. It also starts off at a high level, it's a governor, and it has the Oracle ability, which decreases research, but increases stability, and I think lowers crime as well. So it's fantastic on worlds like this, which we're never going to have tech on, but it's just going to passively increase stability and just be a fantastic leader. But 500 influence is a lot. It really is, especially for us right now. We are influence starving ourselves to make sure everyone's happy with us. Because we're xenophobes, we kind of need to do that. This would guarantee we can make some habitats quite quickly. Oh, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I really don't want to do it, but that amount of influence is insane. We need influence too much. That was depressing. That was so depressing, but it's just such a powerful bonus there. We need that influence. I'm so upset. I think it was the right thing to do. And we just got another 100 influence as well since the very first resolution passed, and that's an event. The Horizon Signal. Okay, yes, thank you. The worm in waiting will save us. Wait a second. The Horizon Signal activates and turns all worlds in your... Oh god, is it home system or capital system? And there's a big difference here. So our current capital system is here, but our original home system, of course, is over here. Over at Sadstar, which has way more worlds. And it'd be cool to see Sadsphere converted into a tomb world. Either way, yes, we are going to push for the worm as much as possible. So, for those who don't know, it is actually possible to force this event. And it's quite easy. I think you have to send a scientist through a wormhole system over and over again, and there's a chance it will occur. I don't know if it is each scientist can only activate it once. I purposely don't try to force this, as it feels a bit cheesy for me, but thankfully, I don't know which one of our scientists just triggered this, but they just did. Which means finally... Oh, you there, look! You triggered... Okay, so which means we have now got this. Yes, we are going to analyse the Horizon Signal as soon as we can. Praise be to the worm in waiting, giving us more worlds. Why have we got these two? Decent amount of support as well, the xenophiles and egalitarians. Wait, how do we have more xenophiles than we have xenophobes? I have the fear campaign on, giving more xenophobe ethics attraction. Why are our people betraying us? Also, we have way too many science vessels now. I'm going to send the science vessels we have to... Were you not doing that? Okay, let's actually make sure they're all working. But most of them I'm going to send off to help out with research in our relic worlds. Then the rest I'm just going to decommission, both leader and vessel. Okay, so, secrets of the first world. Sorry, the first league, rather. Technology gained, weather control systems, research option gained, anti-gravity engineering, that's good for making the archaeology project. Secrets of the First League modifier added given the following effects. Plus 15% research speed, industry, plus 10% planetary build speed. That was not worth 50 artifacts, gotta be honest. Ooh, though, we can now force machines after this. Actually, I might just swap it right now. Yeah, let's get to building some machines. Harmony was finished earlier, which means we grab Technological Ascendancy, one of the more powerful Ascension perks. Next then, I'm tempted by Diplomacy, that way we can force a Federation over here. We simply free this planet, well, we free it, we turn it into a vassal, we then free it from being a vassal, and then we offer it a Federation, it joins the Federation, huzzah, we have a Federation, and we start leveling it up. The problem is, they will be xenophobes like we are, so it might not go according to plan. Now, prosperity would be amazing. Additional clerks, additional specialist output, it's all really nice. Discovery, obviously, just more tech is wonderful. Domination, more output, extended shifts, which is very powerful, and more influence. I want all of these. I think forcing the Federation, though, is very important, especially since how early the endgame crisis is going to be. If you want any of the bonuses, we need to get this done now. And we do get additional trust cap as well, so we can make people like us a bit more. This might be the wrong call, honestly, but that's what we're going to go with. The Loop Temple is being opened. So it seems like it will be this system then, which becomes Tomb Worlds. Not really that great, but still, additional worlds, additional worlds. And of course we'll open it to the public. Oh, I want the influence, but no. Let's have some extra happiness for once. What was, will... Oh, this will let us change our species, right? The messenger. Will that wipe out our negative traits? I don't think it does, though. Does it? Well, it can't make us much worse. Where is the messenger? That's in limbo. You know, I could just actually look it up. That might be a bit easier. Here it is. Do we convert our people? Or not? Release the funding. We are a weak species. We are decadent, wasteful, non-adaptive, slow breeders, repugnant, and we know this. We can't even produce amenities for our own species, we're so repugnant. We loathe ourselves. We are truly pitiful. Ooh. This one I think normally goes wrong, so no. Oh, those boomy noises. Perhaps this will give us some kind of saviour, though. Changing our people to perhaps a better form. We have recreated the genetic heritage of the messenger species. Without stopping to ask anyone's opinion, they have also created a highly contagious retroviral agent. It stalks our worlds under its influence. Our primary species falls into a chrysalis coma and emerges a day later as the messenger species. This is causing, it is fair to say, some excitement. What was shall be. Circulate the sample. There we go. We are little Cthulhus. Well, did it make us any better? We are now intelligent. That's good. Anything else? No, everything else is the same, but we are now at least intelligent. Something happened, at least. Was that it? Is that all that happens? Oh! Forgot about that. Crap. Oh no! Oh no, we've lost all our influence. I was laughing then because how silly this is, but no, this is terrible. Our entire species just... It's not military... Oh, it's militarist. I thought it was authoritarian. Nope, it is militarist. So, our entire species just became militarist Cthulhus. Well. Or Zoidbergs. One of the two. I don't know what to say here. I think a lot of people would be angry at me to do this, and also a lot of people would be angry if I didn't, but we can embrace this and become militarists. Through years of seeing ourselves as the pitiful creatures we were, we have been given the chance from the worm to become something so much more brutal, stronger, to claim a space in this galaxy. I don't know what to do here. I am so... Question mark, question mark, question mark. So I've been thinking about this and what exactly we should do for the last 20 or 30 minutes, and I've decided I am completely on the fence about this. I love the idea that this pitiful pacifist empire, which have ran into so many hardships, have finally just broke. They have found a way to genetically modify themselves, only to realize the horrible implications of this, that they are now themselves a lot more aggressive. The entirety of the species and their brains have been altered. But they are now more intelligent as well, which is great, so overall it was worth it. They were trying to fix their species, and they've done it a little bit. But now, being way more aggressive and looking at the galaxy in a different way, will a new wave of thinking take over, turning them from pacifists into militarists, turning them into fanatic xenophobes? Because that's what will happen. If we change the fanatic pacifist into militarist, rather than going all the way to fanatic militarist, what will happen is that xenophobe will upgrade to fanatic, and we'll get level 1 militarist instead of fanatic pacifist. This is really interesting. It's a really unique take on this empire and just a run in general. It's a complete 180 of the entire ethics system of this empire, but having so many hardships, and clearly pacifism is not helping them, it's hindering them. Would they just give in to this new instinct? Or would they have more willpower than that? Would they stick with their original ethics even with this new impulse? Would they eventually be able to fight it off? Because the factions will eventually convert back to how they were. We'll start getting pacifists again. We'll start getting xenophobes. Not everyone will stay forever in this militarist faction. So, I'm asking in the comment section, and there will be a poll as soon as this video is released, which will be in the community tab. There'll be a link in the description or in the comment section. It's just on my channel. There'll be a poll asking, should I change and turn militarist, or should I remain pacifist? How should the Empire progress from here? Now, of course, this will be changing how the Empire runs completely, and honestly, to begin with, it's going to be a huge negative. Because right now, we're getting plus stability from being fanatic pacifists, and we're getting less Empire sprawl. We're already suffering from the Empire sprawl, and our planet's already unstable. It will make them worse. But in the long run, we can be aggressive. We can take more space. So, tell me what you think in the comments and in the community tab, and I'll decide in the next video. So with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. I promise in the next video it will be more like the traditional full Let's Plays, the full playthroughs, in which it will be a much longer video and much, much heavier edited. Just so many weird things are happening. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Maybe next time, we'll be a bit more evil. Oh, and also, if we do become militarists, we can join a federation with these fellows who are also militarists, and we can actually have the military federation, which I've never used before. Just something to consider. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.